It hasn't been easy.
I evaluate the year as challenging, for sure. But I try to think of the whole pandemic and the whole situation as just another challenge that we have to face, and we can grow from it.
If I have to evaluate this year, I would put like a big learning process as a label on it. We managed to have the half of the year offline, even with masks and sanitizers, and we only had to go online in March. It was a great opportunity to learn and evolve.
I evaluate this last year better than expected. When we got the news that we are going to have to go online, I panicked a bit, and I think so did everyone else. I'm really proud of how well we all managed to overcome the challenges that came with online teaching.
If I can be really honest, it was very shocking at the first time and really frightening because I wasn't into any online stuff before. I have to say we worked from like 6 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock in the evenings. And next to teaching and preparing for the lessons, we became like administrators or secretaries as well for the parents.
The best word is challenging. For the first time going online and experiencing teaching the methodology online, because I thought that it's so far from the original idea.
I think the biggest challenge I faced was integrating new students online into groups. They were like really good offline before as a group. Also communicating with the parents, reaching them in email, on Facebook, on whatever platform they use. It was really hard.
Oh, there have been various challenges throughout the year. The first big one was that shock last March when we had to go online basically from one day to another, and we spent a whole week day and night learning the ins and outs of Zoom. In autumn, we went back, but there was the constant insecurity of whether we can stay there in the learning centers or when we would need to go back online. And now we're back online, which has been smoother than expected.
The little ones. I had some challenges with the little ones, engaging them.
We had to be like a technical support for them, which is really difficult if you don't know what they are actually doing and you can't see onto their computers or onto their phones. Figuring out how to make the lessons different for different age groups and different courses, because even if an online lesson was much harder to differentiate for a fluke and the teen choices lesson, and figuring out how to have them move, how to not just stand in front of the computer every time was a big challenge. Yeah.
Beyond academic skills, soft skills are very important, like empathy, flexibility, spontaneity, and teamwork for sure.
First of all, I've learned to use a lot of new technology, which is really useful both in our online lessons, but also in our classrooms. A lot of them could be implemented so that we can be more flexible than we had thought before.
I learned that my students are very, very creative and up to the challenge when it comes to messing with the online lessons.
So I think that was my biggest success, that I think 16 of our students could do the B2 exam in June last year.
They figured out the chat, how the chat works.
My biggest success was my rep night. I'm hearing a lot of feedback from everybody that they are still rapping at home after a week. I would consider that as a big success.
The biggest successes for me the last year were that 3 of our students had a language exam, and most of our students stayed with us even in this not so easy period.
One of the things that I'm really proud of is that this is the first ever year that I've got a C1 group, or our learning center. These kids decided to stick with us and to go for this high-level exam. For me personally, holding a workshop for other Helen Doron teachers about online teaching.
I think our biggest success was the film club that we did with our Hungarian students from all over the country, having international lessons with our teenagers together with teenagers from other countries like Poland and Germany. I think they were extremely successful, and I hope even if we go back to fully offline, we will be able to do some of those in the future.
We just posted the video yesterday, really late at night. The funny part, I have a teen talent group, and we have a very good relationship. We laugh a lot, and those classes are very, very good. And I have two dancers in that group, two girls who are dancers who dance every week. And they asked me, like, can they try and learn the movements? And they took it so seriously. We had practices. We went to the city park like 3 times, and it was so great seeing them. And they were enjoying it. They were having so much fun, and they were so excited, waiting for the video.
Seeing the kids upside down because they figured out how to do that on Zoom, seeing them with Minecraft backgrounds and Fortnite backgrounds and everything that they just wanted to show me. I also got Helen Doron merch, like socks. That was also amazing.
In all lessons, I always get lots of energy back from the kids through their personality. And apart from that is running at the background in underwear and mom using bras. Of course, we had many other occasions when the kids made me smile.
I definitely have some stories like children hiding under the boxes and parents chasing them.
You can actually just close the laptop and the lesson stops if she doesn't want to continue.
Whenever I go into a breakout room, and listen in on the conversations that my teenagers are having and seeing that they are engaged and enthusiastic, that puts a smile on my face.
I would like to say thank you to the head office and the International English Teacher Forum. And I would also like to say thank you to my LCF, Edith Molnar, and her whole family.
I received the most of the help from the network of teachers, national and international as well. I learned a lot from them, and the workshops were really, really helpful that we had. And of course, my LCF, I received a lot of help from there as well.
Well, I would definitely like to say thank you for my team at Helen Doron Dunaharaszti and all my colleagues who were not there for me only in like work-wise, but also as friends. And I would also like to thank the whole Helen Doron community, nationally and internationally, how much we helped each other with workshops, with sharing stuff on the forum. So I'm really grateful to have you guys.
I would like to say thank you to everyone at the Tatabánya branch and the Rotterdam as well.
I would like to thank my colleagues and my learning center manager, Zsuzsi. I think we were there for each other.
I have to say a huge thank you for my team because I could not do this without them.